This is my freshly acquired F30 335. I've sold my E90 and upgraded to an F30. This car is a 2014 M Sport, finished in Astoria Blue over, this is the best part in my opinion, red guts. The car even has ambient lighting installed. Now the one problem with that is the guy didn't show me how to change the color, so I'm stuck with pink for now until I figure it out. It also has an anniversary badge on the steering wheel, which I'm not very sure about, and it's got glued on paddles, which is very questionable, and I'm planning to change it very soon. On the exterior, we have M-style mirror caps, a black roof, these little side spats on the front bumper, a splitter, and on the rear, we have a small little lip on the trunk. For engine mods, there's absolutely nothing done. There's only a stage 1 tune on this car with some pretty interesting burble settings, which you'll see in a little bit, and it's got a resonator delete. Other than that, the car is pretty much stock. Now, I am known for having some pretty crazy exhaust setups on my cars. Firstly, I had my E30 with a full straight pipe and headers that shot massive flames. And even more well known was my E90 335 with a side exit exhaust. That also shot massive flames. Now, first thing I want to do with this car, as you can see, car is on. It is extremely quiet. It's got a resonator delete, but it sounds pretty much stock. So, first thing I want to do is see how it would sound without the M Performance muffler. This is attached with pretty much one clamp over there, and then there's two exhaust hangers. So, my plan is to take the muffler off, see how it sounds. And if I like the sound, I'm thinking I'm going to run a 4-inch single exit coming out the passenger side. I'm going to get you guys some sound clips of the stock exhaust. So first I'll go comfort mode, then I'll put it on sport mode with the burbles. Now, that doesn't sound too bad, even for pretty much stock exhaust. But while driving, you can't really hear the car. All you can hear is burbles. So that's what I'm hoping to change by taking the muffler off. Getting some gas, then I'm gonna give it a wash because it's absolutely filthy. And I'm gonna try and attempt to take that exhaust off. The Laguna Seca Blue F30 out of the garage. Now it's time to pull that one in. Alright, so got the car up in the air. Here's our M Performance exhaust. There's the clamp we gotta take off. Then we gotta unplug the valve. And then for the exhaust hangers, I think I'm just gonna undo the bolt and take the whole thing off, if that's possible. If not, I'll just have to take it out of the rubber holder thingy. So should be pretty easy, hopefully, as long as those bolts come off. Got the exhaust off. One of the bolts on the clamp snapped in half. because it's very rusty, but hopefully the one bolt is enough. With the sensor, what I did is I put it in a Ziploc bag, covered it up in tape, and then just zip tied it, because you don't want that connector to corrode and like dangle around here. So that was my solution. But this is probably fine to do. I've actually done something similar to this on my E46, where I just chopped off the muffler and ran it like that, but it kind of smelled bad in the car. So what I did is I picked up this little pipe from Canadian Tire. It was 10 bucks. And I'm going to see if I can make it fit like that and just have the exhaust pointing downwards. All right, so I got the pipe on there with the OEM clamp. And then one thing I didn't think about is that without these hangers, the exhaust is just flopping around. So what I ended up doing, ratchet strap and kind of wrapped around the subframe, I guess. And if I give it a good wiggle, it's pretty tight on there. Now, I know this is kind of stupid, but this is only just very temporary to see if I like the sound. And if I do, I'm gonna get a proper exhaust made. So far, so good. Nothing's fallen off yet. Gonna let it warm up and then give it some revs. Here's a couple of driving clips. The car's got a super deep tone now. Okay, now this is it at 1500 RPM in 8th gear. The drone is not even bad, honestly. Like, not terrible at all. So I drove the car around yesterday and I honestly really like how it sounds. Here's a better look in the daylight without the tips. And you can see it down there. I really like how it sounds. It's got a super deep tone to it. The burbles sound pretty crazy as well. I'm honestly really happy with how it turned out. So I'm thinking now I'll have a single exit made for it coming out on the passenger side, and then it should look pretty nice and sound really good as well.